Friends, we have high-level confirmation on the beef crisis heading our way. We've warned you about it, and it is going to be international. We got Costco already out there having trouble finding beef. Palladium is spiking. We'll tell you why that's important. We have a U.S. naval base on fire in Korea. Denny's are closing a whole bunch of restaurants all over the place. USA's biggest tire reseller just filed for bankruptcy. Cheese updates, coffee updates, turkey updates, ham updates. We got lots and lots of food shortage updates coming from all over. And all those things I just mentioned, we're going to cover all that in a super short period of time. Let's jump right into it. Welcome to the Poplar Report. I'm Steve Poplar. I'm an accountant by trade, and these are your updates that you guys are sending in. I like what one lady said. We cover in less than 20 minutes here what it takes mainstream media all day to cover on one of their streams. But please do keep your updates coming in. Make sure you use the word update somewhere in your comment. If it needs to be shared with the other people, make sure there's a geographical location attached to it if that is relevant. Before we dive in, we do want to thank our sponsor, Genesis Gold Group. They do a fantastic job, and you guys who have worked with them can't say anything but nice things. You guys just keep telling me how wonderful they are and how they answered your questions, made you feel comfortable, answered everything before they moved you into any kind of a program. You understood it before you moved in. If you want to find out what it would look like for your IRA or your retirement to be secure with gold, silver, or platinum, things that are pretty good investments these days, there'll be a link at the end of the video on the screen. You can also find them down in the description down below. Let's start off with Denny's, because who here has not gotten a free breakfast at Denny's for their birthday? Haven't we all, right? Well, Denny's is going to be closing 150 of its restaurants across the United States. That's not good. Now, it's not tragic level or like crisis level, because it's when the Waffle Houses close, that's when you need to evacuate. Anyway, thanks, James, for pointing that one out to me. Palladium, if you guys don't know, Waffle Houses are used because Waffle Houses try to stay open whenever there's storms and everything like that. So if they're still open, then it's safe to be there, kind of thing. Anyway, Palladium soars after the U.S. seeks sanctions on Russian exports. Now, Russia produces approximately 38% of the world's palladium, so it's kind of a big impact. Now, if you're not familiar with palladium, palladium is very similar to platinum, and oftentimes they're seen as sister metals. So palladium prices and platinum prices have a tendency to kind of move along with each other. Part of that's because if you cut open up a catalytic converter that you stole from your neighbor, don't do that. Don't be that person, okay? But if you were, you would either find platinum or palladium inside of it. That's the active, that's what the exhaust is reacting with in there, is platinum and or palladium. And when palladium prices go up, then they just use more platinum in the converters. And when there's platinum prices going through the roof, then they just switch over to palladium. So that's kind of why they're linked. And some people stockpile palladium as a precious metal, even though it doesn't usually fall into that category. All right, let's move over to Korea. Busan, Korea, U.S. naval base there have a major fire last night. Naval supply warehouse, the whole thing caught fire. No secondary explosions that I was able to find, or any reports of explosions. So it did not seem like it was a munitions warehouse. So I don't know what they were storing there, though. But definitely big fire and flames, and lit up the whole night sky, and lots of pictures out there on social media of it. No word yet on any casualties potentially from U.S. military, but again, I didn't see explosions, so hopefully everyone was able to get out safely. This is from a viewer. In southwest Montana, my son and daughter-in-law checked their voter registration and discovered that they were somehow inactive. So friends, make sure that you're active on your state's voter registration. hopefully you haven't been switched too. They have never missed an opportunity to vote. Upon further investigation, there were a couple more of our family members who had the same issue. All of them had to register again. This is in Montana again. So especially if you're in Montana, double check before you go and spend your time trying to vote. Please check your voting status wherever you live to make sure everything is accurate. Apparently they had to re-register, which is a pain. Yeah, might want to check your voter rolls and see where you actually registered and how you registered. Hopefully no shenanigans out there, but we're going to keep a close eye on any possible shenanigans, and you guys let us know what you guys are seeing, of course. Texas steader. This is the big one, beef. Texas rancher again. I took a couple of hogs into processing for holiday hams to hand out to family. While I was there, the owner, who I haven't seen in a while, came out to see me. He asked, "If I gave you some capital, could you ramp up your cattle operation?" I said, "I am way ahead of you," but I asked him why. He said, "Word leaked from Cargill that imports from Brazil are in danger of shutdown, and beef production up north is being hamstrung by bureaucrats." Once again, this is Texas. I warned last year what I was seeing at the state level. He's now confirming it at an international level. While he was seeing a gold rush on beef, I see the Lone Star State being strained to the brink, holding up a hungry nation. It's going to get serious, friends, and that's why we talk about beef. Get Keystone canned beef is a good option there. If you want to go dried beef, freeze-dried beef, prepper beef is the best way, I think, on that. There are other options, of course, but prepper beef just tastes better, and it's much larger chunks and everything like that, good quality stuff. There's also a code. If you use my code, you can check it down. I'll put it down in the pinned comment down there for you. And then, if you just want to take your own, can your own, you can freeze your own. Of course, make sure your refrigerator, freezers don't go out. And then, of course, you can dehydrate your own. If you have a dehydrator, you can dehydrate it. Or if you have a freeze dryer, you can freeze dry it, of course. But beef's going to get scarce, friends. And if you want your beef, and it's going to impact other meats as well, including hams and everything. And may already be doing that. Pootie Cat says, "Update, I haven't been able to get to Costco, Costco's organic ground beef the last 3 times I've gone. I talked to the butcher and he stated they're having problems getting any, and it's nationwide." Pootie Cat is in northern western Washington. All right, so Costco can't get organic ground beef, friends. If they can't get it, what's the chance you will be able to? Colorado Pack Rat says, "Update, as an outside vendor in a lot of Walmarts," so he travels to a bunch of Walmarts, or he or she, I don't actually know, "I was looking at the hams at $2.77 a pound. Some were barely bigger than a softball. So a lot of bone and not much meat. Smallest hams I've ever seen." And that's not cheap either. So hams not looking good over at Walmart. Don shares American tire distributors, or Tire Pros. They filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy yesterday. Now, they are the largest distributor of replacement tires in the U.S., and they are going under. So now I don't believe they have store locations, but I think they sell them to store locations. So you may see some supply interruptions out there. Now, bankruptcy, Chapter 11 bankruptcy means that they still kind of keep operating. They're restructuring their loans and everything like that. So vendors may get shorted, inventory may get strained, but they should still be operational. But that's just kind of giving us an idea of where the economy is right now. If these guys selling these tires at huge markups can't stay in business, that is telling you something, isn't it? Charlene says, yesterday at Sam's Club in West Virginia, I noticed 90% of shoppers had toilet paper and paper towels in their cart. It's like people running to ramen, right? I mean, it's like when people are like, I need to get prepared. They go and grab ramen noodles and like canned green beans. And you're just like, what are you going to do with that? Like, that ain't good eating, friend. But, you know, when people panic, when people are trying to get stocked up, they start grabbing stuff like toilet paper and paper towels. It's a hard life being unprepared. It's stressful. It's a scary way to live, being unprepared. I don't know about you guys, but the nightmares, right? I don't know. I haven't been in school for almost 20 years now. And I still get dreams that I am in school and I don't know where, I don't have a class schedule. It's the first day of school or whatever. I don't have a class schedule. I don't know what classes I'm supposed to go to, or I don't know where this class is I'm supposed to go to, and I'm wandering through a building. Being unprepared is hard and it's stressful. And at least for this guy, it's scary. So we say get stocked up, not like live in a state of perpetual fear. No, but rather get stocked up so you don't have to be afraid, right? That's what it's all about. You don't have to be afraid if you're prepared. And that's what I think is important, having that security. And I started preaching. Sorry about that. Most of you are like, amen. Preach it, brother. Preach about preparedness. Anyway, KMM says Super One Foods in Stevensville and Hamilton, Montana ran an ad 3 weeks ago for Butterball bone-in turkey breast. We were issued open-ended rain checks, but as of today, we still haven't received any of that turkey. I'm hearing it pittering through that there are turkey issues. I'm not seeing news articles. I'm not seeing anyone telling me why there are. I'm not seeing APHIS, which is the U.S. Department of Agriculture's reporting site for bird cullings, for bird flu. I'm not seeing mass cullings or anything like that of turkeys. So why is turkey not plentiful? I don't know. But we're getting reports of that, and I'll keep trying to run it down. I don't know. Maybe it's all going to China or something. Tish says, Illinois. I also received an absentee ballot that I never asked for. I was still able to vote early. I had to hand in that absentee ballot before voting. Watch out for that, friends. Make sure people aren't requesting ballots for you. Alley Cat says, update from Tallahassee. 3 different Publix stores don't have any block cheese in the deli. I shred it myself so I can avoid the added sawdust and chemicals in shredded cheese. Also, I noticed a chat on the local Facebook page that milk is rotten within a day or two. We've had a bunch of reports over the last couple of months of you guys for that. We only buy raw milk, so I don't know personally, but ew. Don't say that too loud on Facebook about the raw milk, or else you'll get shut down too. Anyway, I'm surprised you've gotten away with as much as you have on Facebook. Jeannie says, I've been using Folgers French roast coffee in the 22.6 ounce container for about half of forever. It's a very accurate timetable. Well, since it was reduced from a larger capacity. I bought a load of it a couple of years ago at $6 to $7 a piece. Neglected to restock as I used it up. I bought a bunch more at $9 to $10 to replenish a year's supply. So she's gone back now. I looked at it today after your recent coffee warning to find that today in Durham, North Carolina, the price is $17.99. $6.70 sound $6 to $7 sounds a whole lot better, doesn't it? Lowell, I have whole beans and a manual grinder. I have freeze-dried Taster's Choice. I won't be going uncaffeinated anytime soon, though. Thanks for the warning about current price hikes. All right, friends, that's it. We're trying to keep you updated on everything that's going on out there, get you ahead of the price curve on things, save you some money, get you deals like on the community tab we do here. I list as many deals as I can find on Amazon. I don't know about you, but I'm a deal junkie. Most of the times I post those things up there, I've already bought them myself. Half my food comes from Amazon, and that's not great. But I'm over here in Spain now. I've been doing some long days on hiking, so I am exhausted. Getting in at 4:30. I got in at 4:30 today, 5:30 yesterday, and then doing all the prep work for these videos and stuff like that. Didn't get to dinner last night. I think I mentioned I was eating bugles. I'm going to hopefully make it out to dinner tonight sometime. But anyway, I'm doing well. I am feeling better, but hiking is abuse of the body, that's for sure, especially when you're overweight. It just puts a lot of strain on your knees and joints and feet and all that kind of stuff like that. But so moral of the story is don't get overweight. And if you are overweight like me, we need to do stuff about that. So we're trying. All right, friends, we'll keep you updated on things out there to keep you ahead of the curve, and I will be back in the States soon. I'm looking forward to getting back. I'll have to put a video together of all the things I don't like about Spain, and then offset it maybe with like all the things I really do like about Spain. Some things are very frustrating, of course. Cultures. All right, friends, if you want to find out more about what you can do with Genesis Gold with your retirement accounts, there's a link right there. If you want to check out another video from this channel, there's one right up there. You can just tap right on the screen there, or you can always find those down in the description down below. Thanks so much for watching. Steve Poplar of the Poplar Report, out.